lot. Here is my biggest sale this weekend. This little guy right here. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel, aka Lilyworks, and I am a full-time stay-at-home mom, part-time reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, Etsy, and whatnot. And today we have our weekend orders going out. So this is another weekly what sold over the weekend. If you guys are new to my channel, hello and welcome. And to you guys that are subscribers, make sure that you are still subscribed. I'm noticing that sometimes I'll get like an influx of subscribers and then some will trickle off. And I've noticed for myself that when I subscribed, like for instance, Rebel, I was subscribed to your channel, and then I like went back and looked at who I was subscribed to and it like unsubscribed me. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit that bell notification. That just helps you. It will tell you when there is new content that comes out from me. And yeah, let's go pull some weekend orders. Okay, here we're going to start with the jewelry sales. One sale in particular was amazing. So let's get into this. This is a little collectible. It says Credit Union right there with a little man under the umbrella. It is a tie clip. This is probably not going to someone for styling. It's mostly going to a collector. This one I picked up at a thrift store called Value Village for $2.25. It sold on Etsy for $30. I paid shipping, making my earnings $26.03. This is one of my D-list relists on Mercari. The thing with Mercari is that anything that is semi-old doesn't really get looked at. All of the listings that typically sell on Mercari are the newer listings. So I've been delisting and relisting this week. And this one sold. I'm not sure if it was vintage. I don't think I put vintage, but it did have a brand called S-More, which is not a BOLO brand because this took a while to sell. It is a S-More orange necklace sold on Mercari for $9, and I got that in a shop, go to a lot, or a jewelry jar. Is pretty old. This one I know I got from the antique store when I was digging through those bins for probably 50 cents or less. This is called a King's Key Finder, and you would clip this on, I think, to your purse maybe. You would hang your keys, and I've sold several of these before. It is inscribed King's Key Finder on the inside. I'm going to be repackaging a lot of these before I send them out, just so that they look better. But I think this one was also a D-list relist, sold on Mercari for $10, and got it, and they paid shipping. Okay. These are some glass earrings. These are foil glass. You see that foil look under, like it's like inside the glass. So these are some green and purple earrings. These sold for $8 on Mercari, and I got them in a shop good a lot. Here is my biggest sale this weekend. This little guy right here. This little guy with little red gemstone eyes sold for $150. This is by the brand D. Nicola. And I was just watching the Nurse Flipper's latest brooch video of what sold on eBay. Before she started putting out like what sold, I've been like thinking, oh, I want to do that as well, but more of like what I actually sell, because she does a lot of them, like teacups, and I think teacups is her most popular. But I was thinking of like the things that I do like jewelry wise or whatever. Let me know if you guys would be interested in something along those lines or not. But anyways, she had mentioned 2 brooches in her high dollar brooch sale video, and 2 of them were the D. Nicola, and she said she had not heard that brand, and I was like, yay, I just sold that brand today. So he has been sitting for a little bit, but there's nothing there was nothing out there like him. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. There were other figural animals by D. Nicola, but not a mouse. So I priced it at what I wanted for that one and took a best offer. Okay, this one is another brooch. This is that 3-dimensional cactus southwestern brooch that I picked up at the antique store a couple videos ago, where it's a shop with me. I honestly have sold, I feel like, more than half of the items I picked up from that jewelry store, or I'm sorry, the antique store. So we are doing really good there. And I still have that 14 karat gold necklace. So this one sold for $17 on Poshmark. I picked it up for $3. Here are some Trifari black and gold swirled rope chain door knocker stud post earrings. These sold for $14.99 on eBay, and I got them in a Shop Goodwill lot. These are so pretty. These are genuine pearl and then sterling silver. So do you see that little shell on the top? It's kind of like Art Deco style. When I see that on like a lever back, that kind of, I take a second look at it, because a lot of times it is sterling silver. These are either marked sterling or I tested them as sterling, but these sold for $44 on eBay, and I got these in a Shop Goodwill lot. All right. You guys know how I always say I like sell Avon and aerosols in like almost every what sold over the weekend. Well, here's an Avon piece, and I did have I do have some aerosol shoes as well. So these are like my bread and butter. Here's an NRT by Avon ring. It's just a purple amethyst color ring, sold for $12.99 on eBay, and I got that in a Shop Goodwill lot. This one is also super pretty. This is the lamp work. Do you see all the beautiful swirling and just art beads? And then these findings are all sterling silver. I tested those. This sold for $25 on eBay, and I got this in a Shop Goodwill lot for less than $1. So pretty. I love that one. Here is a vintage bauble necklace. So pretty. All right, this one sold for $12.99, no maker, and I got this one in a Shop Goodwill lot as well. Here are just some little damascene studs. Aren't those so precious? I was actually like a little bit sad to see them go. I'm like, oh, I should have worn them before, I've sold them, because I've had them for a little bit. But these sold for $17 on a best offer on eBay, and I got them in a Shop Goodwill lot for less than $1. Okay, this buckle, you guys, this is like a fabulous buckle that I picked up at the Goodwill bins. I threw away the belt and that it came on. It was trashed, but saved the buckle. I'm going to keep it in the bag for now. But these are some hematite cabochons. Do you see that? And then, I don't know. It's marked, but I don't think I could figure out who it was by. But this is what it looks like. This sold for $23 on eBay, and I got it for like around 50 cents at the Goodwill bins. And this one is going, I think, to Canada, so international sale. And this is another Avon piece. So sweet. Sold for $17.99. It is marked right there with the little dot for Avon. And is it marked anywhere else? I don't know. But it sold for $17.99, and I got it in a Shop Goodwill lot for less than $1. I will put my earnings for jewelry up on the screen. This has been my biggest sales group this weekend. So we only have 3 shoe orders going out this weekend. Totally fine. Less for me to package up. Jewelry is really easy to package up. Okay, so we have these aerosols here, right? I pick up aerosols at the bins. As you guys know, regularly they are usually around 2 pounds because it goes by weight. These sold for $19.99 on eBay and buyer paid shipping. These are some Ross Homerson. I sold some Ross Homerson flats a couple weeks ago as well. These were new with tags, and I actually have some Ross Homerson shoes myself that are very comfortable. They're like some really cute boat shoe loafer things. And these sold for $39 on Mercari. I paid $8.30 shipping, making my earnings $30.70. All right, here are some more shoes that I picked up at the bins. These are by the brand JLo, Jennifer Lopez, right there. These I picked up at the bins based off of style. I have sold JLo shoes before. Actually, normally I pick up the boots. So like Fergie and JLo is usually being sold based off of style. It's not like a BOLO brand by any means, but these booty boots sold for $34, and I picked them up at the Goodwill bins. Put my earnings for shoes up on the screen, and we can go grab belts and accessories. So we have that really cool hat, some sunglasses, scarves, and then belts. So we have a lot going on here. Let's start with this amazing hat. This one is going to a veteran. He said this hat reminds him of when he was in Vietnam. This is a Burmese sequin hat, and I picked this up at the Salvation Army for $6.99, and it sold for $35. I love that. I love that hat. It's just so amazing. These were some of the eyeglass cases I just picked up at the bins. These are the Gucci eyeglass cases. They are like a velvet sunglass case, and these sold together on Poshmark right away. I would say within 24 hours for the full asking price of $35. And together I probably paid around $1 for these. This I also picked up at the Goodwill bins. It is just a retro scarf. It's probably polyester, not silk. Sold for $11 on eBay, and I put 50 cents. I probably paid like 10 cents. It is so lightweight. All right, here is a Vineyard Vines belt. So all my Vineyard Vines belts are now sold. This one I picked up for $3.99. Vineyard Vines does a lot of novelty prints. So this one has the Vineyard Vines whales on them, and this is a men's belt. Picked it up for $3.99 at Goodwill, and it sold on Posh for $22. I just picked up this belt in one of my more recent videos. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren belt, and it is striped, so very preppy. And this one sold for $22 on eBay, and I picked it up at the Goodwill bins for, I think, $2.99. This one I also picked up at the Goodwill bins. It is not branded, but it has these studs, so you can put moto, rocker, punk, all kinds of different keywords, Western. And this one sold on Mercari for $17. You can remove the buckle. Sometimes that you can use that as a keyword or description, because some people do like to put on their own unique buckles. But this one sold for $17 on Mercari, and I paid $2.99 at Goodwill. And then lastly, this one also sold on Mercari. It is just an Eddie Bauer belt. I got this half off at Goodwill, so I paid $1.50, and it sold for $10 on Mercari. I'll put my earnings for belts and accessories up on the screen. All right, so this weekend has been a pretty typical weekend for me. This is kind of like an average price, I guess, sales range of where I'm at. Usually I do sell a lot more shoes, But I did have a really big sale. That one brooch was amazing. So what I have been doing this last week is I have been using my cross-posting platform, I guess. I use the platform Vendoo to do my cross-posting, and I really, really enjoy it. But I've been using that to go to the end my oldest listings, and what I can do is I can delist, and then I will go and relist those items after I change maybe a picture, the price, the description, the promoted percentage. You can do all those things. So what I have been doing is you can either delist, relist right on Vendoo, or what I've been doing, which I have found to be, I guess, my way of doing things, is I will delist everything, and then I go on eBay and I look at what is my unsold category, because that was just delisted, so 10 items at a time, and then I will just go and sell similar, because then I'm in control of what percentage it's promoted at, and things like that, and I just like that. But if you guys do not have a cross-posting site and would like a recommendation, I definitely recommend Vendoo. You can use my link down in the description. It's a referral link, and I particularly like Vendoo because it has the relist and delist, which is particularly helpful for Mercari, where you can really only see the newest items. So all the old listings are coming back up to the top. So a couple of those that I've sold this weekend were the relisted pieces. The other thing on Vendoo that I really appreciate is the analytics. So I'm able to see my overall total revenue, and then I'm also able to compare that to my total profit. And my total profit is after the platform fees, after shipping, after cost of goods. And then I'm able to see it compared to other weeks, and what platforms are selling the best, what items are selling the most, etc. So I find that to be really helpful. I check it multiple times a day. It's very interesting to me. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Make sure to comment down below. It keeps the algorithm going. And yeah, hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys next week for sure for my what sold, and probably in another video before that. So make sure that you are out there thrifting so you guys can live generously. Bye guys.